You want to platform somebody who scammed thousands of dollars out of people. You are going to platform somebody like that. I wish you luck, Florida man. Have fun with that. Because let's talk about all the people that you would piss off giving him a microphone. You will piss off people that have been essayed. You will piss off people who have been DV'd. You will piss off people that have lost money to scammers. You will piss off people who actually have had cancer or have cancer right now. You will piss off people whose parents just dump them like garbage on the side of the road, but you do that. You do that, Florida man. I think that'll be beneficial to your platform. You do that. You do that, Florida man. You know what I find interesting too? Florida man is so like, he talks about me almost on every one of his lives. I mean, dude, I said it before, you gotta find another crush. Because you are insignificant, Florida man. Insignificant, Florida man. I saw a post where he blamed me on reporting his videos. I don't report his videos. The past video that he posted about me, one of my mods sent it to me, and I started cracking up. And I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious. I didn't report it. The reason why I don't report his videos is because I want people to see them. I want people to see his videos. Because they're so ridiculously stupid and immature. Florida man thinks that if he posts a video that's all like, you know, Chat GPT created, because we know that's his favorite thing. He thinks it's a gotcha. He thinks it's a gotcha, when in reality, he did nothing. He does nothing with those stupid videos. But on a bright note, he did post a video today, because I watch his videos all the time. Absolutely, because they're fucking hilarious. Let me bring up my other account here so I can check it out. There's nothing more I love. Yeah, he's trying to be. There's nothing more I love. Yeah, he's trying to be Dr. Phil version. Dr. Phil of shit. I love how, you know, it was all this coming. Let me see something here. Yeah, hold on a minute. Welcome in, everybody. Those of you that are getting here late. This is just kind of a ramble today. If people want to come up and, you know, bring up anything, that's fine. I want to read Florida man's last post. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay. me make sure this is the right one. Okay, so this is from him. This is multiple slides for those with a short attention span. The next 4 sentences sum it up enough for you to move on. There's a lot going on. But the next time I take a break, I will not be returning. Hallelujah. Whatever issues remain unsettled, I apologize for leaving it unfinished. I'll show up when I want, where I want, and why I want until I don't. Hopefully sooner than later. I threw that in there. I've done my best to be mindful of everyone else's boundaries. Yeah. I cannot continue to coexist in a place that doesn't show the same back. Oh, is Florida Man a victim now? Oh, poor Florida Man. Full transparency. Where was the push for peace between everyone when Skittles, Cassandra, and Nincompoop were running around doing the absolute most to F me over nonstop with literally everyone else? Oh, poor Florida Man. But now when it's convenient for them, it seems like everyone is cool with the peace option. I truly don't think anyone has paid attention to what all has been said and done. What I've had to deal with privately, I have not spoken about most of it. I shouldn't have to if I don't want to, and I don't want to. Of course you don't, because you look guilty as shit. If my only option left is leaving Lynn, it is what it is. Oh, God, I hope so. If that's what gets me the F away from all these weird MFers that want to continue to come around, only to continue to do the effing most still. Anyone could say it will be different this time. You're right. I won't be a part of it all because nothing has ever been different with any of them. There's no other way I can express it. I've tried. Maybe a little too much has already been done. Maybe I've expressed the best I could that I cannot be around any of them. I'm all for anyone sitting anywhere they want. Constantly, these people have tried and been successful, coming into any and every place that I go. I am also free to choose where I sit. Nowhere is an option. Aww. Nothing against any of you. I try to provide a space where everyone is comfortable in the easiest way. Oh my God, really? I try to provide a space where everyone is comfortable? Yeah. I'm just not comfortable anywhere, he says. This is not up for debate. This is not for attention. This is not to make anyone attention. This is not to make anyone pick and made. Yes! Please, Florida Man. It's nobody's fault. It is my choice, as I cannot coexist with people who have done the shit they have to me. Oh my God. This is fucking hypocritical as hell. I'll participate how I feel I can for as long as I feel I can, and that's about all I can do. If anyone considers my choice a win, let them. There have been a lot of people fighting for my exit to be from the earth. Nah, I don't want him to exit from the earth. No way. I want him to spend his time in prison. That's what I want. Not just this app for a long time now. That includes the people who are suddenly friendly. Oh, poor Florida Man's all caught up in his I'm a victim feels. Oh, Florida Man, I feel so bad for you. Oh, do you need a hug? Do you need a hug, Florida Man? Do you? Because quite honestly, I wouldn't give you one anyways. I would probably fake like I was going to give you a hug, and then I would fucking kick you in the balls so hard they would choke on them. Florida Man, you're irrelevant. You're a loser. People go into your lives for no other reason than to see what bullshit you're going to pull without any receipts. But you do have probably 5 people that actually like you. And let's talk about who those 5 people are. Case in point, Jen is stronger. Cool choice, bro. Let me tell you why I think Florida man is doing what he's doing, okay? Florida man is doing what he's doing because he knows that sooner or later, he's going to be arrested. Sooner or later, he will be arrested. And what he's trying to do right now is pad his numbers. And he wants to get people to follow him. Because you know what? He is going to be like every other fucking beggar on this app, asking for people to send him money when he's locked up. He is trying to use this fake facade that, oh, I'm a victim now. Oh, I'm giving everybody a chance to come to a safe space where people can talk and work out their differences, because everybody deserves to be heard. But let's talk about the people that are constantly in his lives, shall we? Jen is stronger. We knew eventually Jen would pop up on another page because that's what she does. And let's talk about briefly, people are giving her a microphone to tell her story when everybody knows her story. Everybody knows her story. But for those of you, let's go through the highlights of the bullshit that she has done. Just to show you again the type of people that Florida man is okay with. But I mean, I guess I understand why he's okay with them, because he's just as bad, if not worse. And miserable people like to hang out together because they're not accepted or invited anywhere else. So we have Jen, and we'll start with the most recent shit. Okay, we have Jen, who is mad at everybody because nobody accepted her back. She's not invited into anybody's lives. She's not welcomed in anybody's lives except for who? Florida man and FWA. Two people right there, okay? We all know what Florida man's record is. We all know there's an active warrant out for him. And oh, by the way, Florida man, there are multiple people in groups that are looking for you. And you will be found. You have FWA, who knowingly tried to unalive somebody, pew-pewed somebody reportedly 3 times. Thank God the last I heard, the person, was getting better. And she's flexing about it. And she's collecting money from people to pay for her defense. Folks, listen. It would be just as productive to you if you're going to send FWA money for her defense. Take the money that you were going to send her, get a lighter, light it on fire. Because that's exactly the loss that it's going to be if you send her money. It's not going to make a damn difference. There's no way she's getting out of this. She will be going to prison with all the charges she has, even if she cops a plea deal, which I totally see her doing because she can't talk her way out of this because she admitted it on social media. She's going to prison. It was premeditated. I mean, she went to this person's house with the sole purpose of doing something like this. She went there, according to the police, with a pew-pew that had the serial number filed off. She left the scene. If you didn't mean to do something and it was an accident and, let's say the pew-pew went off accidentally 3 times while pointing it at somebody's back, why do you leave the scene? Why do you run? But again, Jen's over in her box. FWA's trying to make her look like FWA's trying to make herself look like she is this all-caring person who cares about everybody, just like Florida Man's over there. These people don't give a shit about anything. FWA cares about money. And then, here's the best part. I got a clip with Bougie telling her that she should file a cease and desist on me. Bitch, how many cease and desists did you supposedly send out to people? Seriously, Bougie? Come on now. Come on. And you're gonna give her legal advice saying to serve a cease and desist against me or press charges against me because I showed her real name for about 10 seconds and I took the post down. And the posts I made have her name, not legible. Yet there's people on here saying her name, saying her full name, where she lives, showing police reports with her name on it. But yeah, you go ahead and do that, FWA. Press charges against me. Do you really think this has been my first fucking rodeo? Do you know how many people have said, press the charges against you, press the charges? Go fuck yourself. How about that? What a goddamn laughable joke. But getting back to Jen, okay? Jen is mad because nobody has accepted her back. So, as with anything, gravity pulls everything to the lowest point, and the lowest point on TikTok is FM's lives. If you look at the clientele there, you will see many, 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 many of them have something in common. Many of them. Back in the 50s, 60s, even early 70s, those of you that were kids and all that, do you guys remember what retreads are? Do you guys? For those of you that don't know what retreads are, retread tires were tires that were cheaper than new tires. Could either buy new tires or they would do what they call a retread, which is take new treads and put them on an old tire. So pretty much it's still an old tire, but with a different tread, trying to make it look like something it's not, trying to make it work like something it's never going to work at. Florida Man's lives are a bunch of retreads in there. Old, nasty, used up people who now are getting a second life. So we have Jen, who, and we're going to go back from the most recent stuff, okay? She's pissed, so she ends up in the lowest center of gravity, which is FWA's live in Florida Man's. This is a woman who I can't even count on 2 hands how many times she has threatened to off herself. sending people messages saying that she's going to do it, usually because she got caught out on something shitty that she's done. She's done it so many times. Most recently, after that information came out, when she talked to Scotty and lied about all that information regarding Florida, regarding Homie, regarding KK, regarding Dora, regarding all those people, saying that they run a smooth as silk rug organization. Funny how she hasn't like brought that up yet, but she's going to go in people's lives and talk about how she's a victim. Oh, she's a victim. I had kept it very supportive of Jen in emails. I am so glad I never gave her my phone number. I would always give her a good for you, you're working great, all that kind of stuff, keep going. And she would always like kind of sprinkled in accuse me of stuff like I had something to do with Princess getting taken away, which is wrong. I was guilty of this and guilty of that. And finally, it's funny, right before Scotty came out, she was really saying that, I was terrible. And I said to her, you know what? I said, I'm done. Since you stopped begging on here, I haven't covered you because that's what I do. That's what I do with awareness. If you're begging, if you're doing shit on TikTok, I'm going to cover you. So I haven't covered her for over a year. But for her to come back and start accusing me of shit and telling me how she's suing everybody and she's got a lawyer. She's always got a lawyer. Always got a lawyer. She's got the FBI looking into things and all that. Okay. Okay, Jen. So somebody who has threatened to unalive themselves, somebody who supposedly took too many of her medications, which we found out was a lie. And this is like, this is like recent history. This isn't like 3, 4, 5 years ago. Because one of the things that a lot of people like Florida Man say is everybody has a past. Everybody has a past. What people have done 4 or 5 years ago isn't the person it is now. Okay. She's still doing this stuff, Florida Man, but that's okay. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that she has washed up on the shore of FWA and Florida Man. I think they like to do that because they feel like the more people that have been, it does not. It does not. Jen's a victim. Jen's been bullied and harassed. Jen's been this. Jen's been that. That's what her story is. It's funny how she left out the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that she scammed out of people when she was saying she wasn't a rug user. It's amazing how many people she has screwed over on this app and in real life. She doesn't talk about her family. Why? Because there is a pattern. There's an absolute pattern with Jen and other people. Oh, of course, Donna. But again, like I said, with Snark, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Snark's integrity is low right now. But that's where all these people go. And again, the funniest... Florida man is very manipulative. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is trying to get as many people because he wants to get as many people to keep in touch with him when he's in prison, because he might be in there for a decent amount of time. The only money he does have is money because of his criminal activities. We know that for a fact. He's not going to have any income coming. And sooner or later, all these people will be kicked to the curb, even if he's on here long enough prior to him being arrested. They will be kicked to the curb. Look what happened. Look what happened with T. Look what happened to T. T thought she was such big balls for having Florida man in her lives. Having all these people back in her lives again. She thought she was hot shit. 150, 200, 250 people. T was on the moon. She figured, oh, I have somebody that's going to defend me now, and she said it herself. Scammyclaus has been going after me for a long time. I have somebody now to protect me. How did that fucking work out for you, T? And to use the excuse that she allowed Florida man to dox everybody on her platform because she had had enough and she didn't give a shit anymore. Well, I'm telling you what, if you are a creator on here and you go live and you have that attitude, I hope it's changed. Because as we know, many people were doxed, a lot of false information was put out. And yes, she was used. And she even admitted that. And the whole fucking time, the best part about that is that everybody knew that was going to happen. I remember in Discord we were talking about it. In text messages between me and people on TikTok, we all said, give it some time. Because sooner or later, Florida man will turn on them and he will go after them. And lo and behold, it happened. So what they will do is, they'll let Jen, yeah, I'm sure you're shocked. Jen, is able to give her sob story about all the bullying and harassment that she's gone through without, of course, letting everybody know that's listening in those lives that don't know her, that she was a rug addict for many years on this app. She lied to people about getting money for it. She said it was for hotels and all that, when we know it wasn't, and it was for other stuff also, but she'll never admit that. She won't admit that, the whole video of her smoking something in her brother's house in the baby's room. She won't admit to that. She won't admit to lying about sending myself and Dora emails pretending to be Matt, saying that I unalived Jen. She won't lie to that shit. She won't tell the truth about that shit. She'll just play the victim. This is the part though, okay? This is the part as to why with Jen and all that, her new stories, or her new, oh, woe is me, It doesn't matter, because do you really think the people that are in FWA's live even give a shit about Jen's story? FWA supporters could give a shit about Jen. They don't know who she is. They don't care. The people that are there because of Florida Man or whoever else was in the boxes, they all know about Jen. They all know what she's done on this app. They don't even believe her, and they don't give a shit about her. I mean, let's be real. So good luck with that, Jen. Your 12 hours of fame back on TikTok, pretty much what they've gotten you is, again, people are doing what you have tried to tell me for almost a year that you didn't want people to do anymore, and that's to call you a liar. You said in one of the last email messages that you and I had that you have proof, or I'm telling you the truth, but even if I show you proof, nobody's going to believe you. You're right. Because based on what I heard from the last couple of days of you being in FM's live and FWA's live, you did lie. So, obviously trying to rebuild your image is not working. So there's that. Another person who's in his lives all the time, Snark. Snark, she of threatening people, telling people that she's going to off them, threatening my wife's job, threatening to contact her school. And as I said, Snark, go for it, please. If you're that stupid to think that every single base is covered, you're more of an idiot than I think you are. She of, oh, I'm going to take your house. I'm going to love to live in your house, Scammyclaus. In your $1 million house, your entitlement. Somebody like Snark, who absolutely claims that she has no money and she's poor. Even though I've got some numbers that tell otherwise based on what people have sent her over the past year and a half. People that have anything more than her, she lists as entitled. Well, Snarky. I'm not going to be able to use this background, but it's a good one. Anybody who, like, you know, had a career, has a job, makes good money, takes care of themselves, doesn't have to ask multiple people to fix their Jeep just to have it, you know, repoed. Anybody who can pay their way in life is entitled. No, Snark, it's called having a career and having a successful career. But that the allegation that's been going around for quite a while that I had to leave my job for very disgusting reasons. I haven't seen that yet. Still haven't seen the video of me supposedly doing cocoa, if you know what I mean, from Florida Man that he listed, that he said he had 2 months ago now, 2.5. But all these people support these people. Snark was not okay with doxing people until she was okay with doxing people. Snark wasn't okay with threatening to reach out to people's jobs until she was okay with threatening people to reach out to jobs. And I'll tell you, the one thing that separates me and some other people on this app that do awareness, what separates us from people like Snark, people like FWA, people like Florida Man, we've never wavered on what is right and wrong. We have stood 10 toes down on not doxing people, not getting involved in people's jobs. And you know what their defense is always, oh, well, you reported Maggie to Social Security. The fuck we did. You're right. Absolutely we did. Because she's breaking the law on a daily basis. So you want to use that as a hit against me? Like, oh, she doesn't like going real life, but she report. Go ahead, do it. Because I guarantee you, there's a lot of people in this country who are sick of the fucking fraud in this country. Especially with people like Maggie. People like Sean. Cool. Call me out on that. But I'll tell you, these fucking people on this app, I mean, my information's been put out there so many times. Everybody pretty much knows where I live, okay? My town is not a big town. Grew up here. I've lived here almost my whole life, except for the time like when I got my first teaching job, and it was only half-time, and then the position was cut after my first year. I've lived here pretty much my whole life. And let me tell you what I have never, ever had contact with in my town. I've never known people. I've never come across people that have multiple warrants and are running from the law. I've never had people, and I've never known people that threaten family members, that threaten to post information about people just to try to bully them into shutting up. I've never known people that have burglarized, robbed, stolen, and flex about it. I've never known people that try to collect money from people they don't know because they're too fucking lazy to work. I've never known people that lie so much. I have never been introduced to some of the scum-sucking pigs that I have unfortunately had the pleasure of meeting on this app. And I wake up every day, and the first thing I'm happy with is the fact that my eyes opened. The second thing I am happy about is that my parents raised all of the kids the right way. And none of us have become a Florida man, an FWA, a bougie, a queen witch. I am so happy every day. You have Queen Witch over there that is, and listen, and let me put this out there, because again, listen, if I feel like someone I've also say that you should never question somebody's recovery. You should never be in recovery. Hold on. Hold on. Is it better? Is it better for y'all? So you have Queen, has been very helpful to people that have been in recovery. And then what is she doing now? Calling her out for her addiction. And Queen sits there and let's think about what her excuse will be. Well, I don't condone everything Florida Man says. I am so glad I'm not these people. I'm looking at the comments here. So Gabby dropped the charges. What a shock. What a shock. That's another one. That's another one. Yeah, because Gabby saw that she would have to go up against that lawyer again and get bitch slapped all over the courtroom. What a fucking joke she is. I'll tell you, if there's anybody that still supports her after this one, Jesus. Oh my God. Now, she got a, was she given an attorney by the court, or did she like lowball and get somebody like from a bill? She's been carrying around her big balls for how many months now, saying she's going to see it through and she has a lawyer and this and blah, blah. Yeah, she had to GoFundMe for a lawyer. She had people send her money for a lawyer. So my guess is the lawyer, because I know of, and I know 13 TikTok villain, you're in here. As of a couple days ago, she didn't have a lawyer, right? I don't even think she had a lawyer that was listed on. Either she got a lawyer that was like, somebody not as competent as you. Carrying around that big bag of balls between her legs for months, saying that she was going to be victorious in this, and then she freaking drops the charges. Yeah, because her lawyer probably said, you have no case. I saw this stuff about what happened to her broken Apple Watch, because now she has one that's not broken. Absolutely, it's worse than losing. Absolutely. Exactly, Lori. Jesus. Yeah, Gabby's another one. I'm surprised Gabby isn't over in Florida Man's yet. She will be in a couple weeks. Sure. Yeah, I saw the comments down there. Oh, right, Ellie? Yeah. Yeah, Scam, give us the update and tell people about the messages between her and OG, because that pretty much says it all.
Yep, and I got messages from her this morning as well. I just posted a video with the messages that she sent me. I didn't respond, and she blocked me. She also put some comments on the videos that I posted about her, calling us a bunch of stupid bitches.
Yeah, okay. So go back to yesterday. What happened yesterday? What happened with OG and all that stuff for people that don't know?
Well, let's see. How did it start? Well, just to preface anybody, if you're not familiar with Caitlin Blake, she's been on this app begging and scamming now for years, apparently. But I started posting her on my YouTube almost a year ago. I have 276 videos posted of her.
Jesus.
And back in April, she got really mad about it, and she was sending me emails and commenting on the video and sending me messages on TikTok saying, stop posting my restreams, I am not the one, and stuff like that. And I just completely ignored it and kept on posting her. I didn't even respond. So things have come to a head because I started posting videos as well as a few other creators about her current situation, which is okay, so back in June or July, she lost custody of her daughter. She met some guy online and decided to abandon her apartment and everything else and go down to Texas to stay with her boyfriend, who she met online, apparently. Oh, and originally she said she was just visiting him, like meeting him, visiting him or whatever, and was only going to stay for 2 weeks. But she's been down there ever since. And she keeps on saying that she's going to go back to Illinois to try to get her daughter back and go through whatever steps she needs to do. She keeps saying she's going to go back to get things out of her apartment, because she basically left everything behind except for some clothes that she took with her. She has a whole apartment full of stuff, including like stuff for her child and things like that. So she said she was going to go back and get those things and get them to the foster family. But she'll say, I'm getting money together, I'm going to go in 2 days. And then that time frame passes. And then she says, oh, well, I'm going to go, I'm getting up the rest of the money, I'm going to go on Wednesday. And then Wednesday comes and goes. And she says, oh, I'm going to go in, after the weekend and all this. Yeah. And they stay in a garage on the property with his mom and some other of his family members. The ceiling looked like it's falling in. There's trash everywhere. It's a really, really bad situation. Like, Jesus. It's not a good living. At one point, she said she was going to try to get her daughter back and move her down there with them. Like, what, are they going to live in this garage? Like, she always has some insane plan.
So for a while, pretty much we have another Mother of the Year here.
Yeah, for a while she said she was going to pay an Uber driver off the books $300 to drive them to Illinois and stay a couple days and come back. $300, that wouldn't even cover gas. Like, who would do that? So now her latest plan has been to try to raise $700 to $800 to get rent a pickup truck, and save up money for gas as well.
Save up money from her non-existent job, right?
Yes, and to go to Illinois to get the stuff out of her apartment. And by the way, she's only paying $43 a month for her apartment because it was an income-based thing.
So she still has an apartment?
Yeah.
In Illinois that she's not in?
Yep.
Oh my God.
And she just abandoned everything. Like, if she doesn't want that apartment, she should just go move her stuff out, because I'm sure there are people that are probably on a waiting list trying to get into a low-income apartment. And she hasn't been there since July. So it's really bad. She keeps insisting that her family members are at fault for her child being taken away, when in actuality it was for neglect. She was not feeding the child properly and was underweight. And this is her admission. And that she wasn't bathing the child properly and frequently enough. There's been other allegations, but those are the things that Caitlin has even admitted to.
So talk about yesterday and all that. Let's
so yesterday. So now she's at this property in Texas where there's a number of dogs that there have been serious concerns about ever since she got there. She's been going live and saying that a bunch of the dogs are unaliving, that a bunch of them are sick. She's shown like puppies that have just been born and kittens that have just been born. So these animals have not received any of the basic veterinary care. They don't have shots. They don't, none of them are spayed or neutered. So they just keep reproducing and having more animals that are not getting veterinary care. And a lot of them are unaliving. And she had admitted at least 10 to 11 dogs have unalived just in the last month alone.
Oh my God.
She claims she rescued 4 and then 2 of them unalived. She didn't get them any veterinary care, even though she says they looked like they were starving, but she couldn't tell that they were sick. But, you know, she admitted that one of them had gotten hit. It sounded like hit by a car, and its nose was broken, and they got no veterinary treatment for that dog. She claimed that she has had to bury some of the unalived dogs, and that there is at least 20 and it's been a really horrible situation that she's been, describing in her own words. And so yesterday, someone did call animal control, and they forwarded her to the sheriff's department, and they were going to get animal control involved as well. The sheriff's department said they already had some kind of paperwork to serve on her as well, something from Illinois. And I think it's because of the CPS case, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So they were trying to verify where she was, the location they went to. The people said that she didn't live there, but then she got on live like immediately after and said, "Oh, the police were here." Oh, okay. Thought they told the police that she didn't live there. And she was angry and saying that the police were there and about the dogs and about some paperwork. So, then she was live, and OG got in the box to try to talk to her and was offering her help with these dogs and was asking what was going on. And Caitlin said, that none of the dogs needed any assistance. She said OG said, what dogs need help? And she said, none do. And so then OG said, what about the one with the broken nose? And she dropped OG out of the box.
Well, and then I saw the messages.
Yes. So OG was trying to help her. OG did call the sheriff's department again as well. She asked me to cooperate with the sheriff's department and message them information. as to pictures of some of the dogs that we were concerned about and things like that. Okay. And I texted those to the sheriff's department. And
God, she's been busy. She's in Texas now. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
yeah. And so the sheriff's department, I guess, went there, but they claimed that all the dogs that they were shown looked healthy. But we don't believe that she showed them all of the dogs. I believe that she told the sheriff's department that they only had 2 dogs and the 2 kittens in the garage. There's way more than that. She showed them on live.
I had dealings with her year and a half, 2 years ago. I met her. She come into my live, said that she was in a situation. She needed help. The other girl's actually doing pretty well, but she was all the way in Oregon.
Oregon?
So me and my friend, we worked on the back end, and we got her a free back home to Illinois. And I tell you, but she was over on Instagram, and I was very concerned. I seen and heard a couple things, and it get into it for a minute about the trafficking part of it. But anywho, we got her back there. We got her back to where she was at. This was all before the baby, so I don't know if she got pregnant while there or after there. I'm not sure, because this was before the baby. And we got her back, and I knew the situation wasn't really good what she was going back to. But after she got all settled in, I got fuck off, you look like a parrot. And
What?
yeah. But I know there's a lot of underlining issues, right? You remember that? Yeah. We helped her out without no one cash app being flown, because I didn't want nobody sending no cash apps to her, right? Because I knew where she was. You know what I mean? She was stuck, but not stuck. You know what I mean? Like addiction stuck. But anywho, I seen her for a little bit, and I'm like, man, she only got about like 4 people in there. And then I seen y'all starting to cover, and I'm like, oh. And then I find out she's in Texas now. Oh my God. She's
So, but she yesterday, after OG offered, even though Caitlin now was claiming all these dogs were healthy, even though before she was not. So OG offered to get her free veterinary services, maybe even a mobile vet out to their location to take care of vaccinations for the dogs and, have them looked at. OG was literally working on that for several hours yesterday, trying to, get that set up. And so they were messaging each other back and forth, OG and Caitlin, and she asked for OG to send $50 to her boyfriend's Cash App.
Well, I'm gonna end with this. I give her the same suggestions I would give our LR. There's food, clothing, and whatnot at rehab. But good luck with that. Yeah, it's wild to see her back again and being in Texas. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ted.
I didn't know about that previous stuff. Like, I've only been watching her for like the last year, so.
Yeah.
Wasn't she saying yesterday it was her steroids that were making her tired?
Yeah, but yet then on a different live, she told her boyfriend, she said to her boyfriend, I'm not taking one of those pills again. And he said, oh, really? Why? And she said, because I'm hallucinating. I'm seeing things that aren't there. She said, I'm not taking one of those again. And I'm like, what the heck
those
did she
steroids
take?
will do that shit to you, huh?
Yeah. So
Oh,
anyways, she was asking OG for money, asking for $50 to her Cash App, saying that they needed litter boxes and litter and stuff for the mites, for the kittens.
Those messages, and OG was like, listen, I'm not going to send you money, but I will get you help to get those dogs and those kittens to a mobile vet, to take care of that for you. It's a fucking money grab. That's all it is. It's a money grab. She just wants money to the Cash App so she can continue to buy whatever it is she needs. And it's not for the
Yep.
animal.
Nope. And then, so then OG was just like, good luck. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not helping you. Basically, I'm not helping anymore now because you keep asking me, for money. And then, I know she was live a couple of times. I think she was live a couple of times last night. I didn't even watch it. I went to bed early, but she messaged me this morning and said, they're all up to date on everything. I said that so you would
Okay.
leave me the F alone. You're
Yeah.
obsessed with me and sucking. I just want you to leave me alone and everything up to date. I said that so y'all can leave me alone. I knew you would post everything I say, old lady. And
Old
then
lady. Old lady. You got to
hey,
say
she
it
just
like
don't
Meg.
like this old lady
Old
is
lady stuff.
yeah,
Old lady.
she just don't like that this old lady is calling her ass out. I bet you if I wanted to send her money, she wouldn't be calling me old lady.
Yep.
Well, I should say she accepts money from a lot of men all the time because that's what she does on Clapper and on her OF. Okay, that's how she gets money. But anyway, then she commented on one of my videos and said, they're all up to date, bitch. I said it because I knew you would post it, stupid bitch. And then she put another comment and said, and you guys can stay out of my fucking business, you stupid bitches. And then she blocked me. So now all those comments are gone. But of course I screenshotted them before she
Oh, finally she blocked you.
blocked me. I have them all screenshot and I made a post on my TikTok account with all the messages and everything that she sent and posted. So yeah. And she just was started your live, she was live and I was screen recording and from what I was told, because I was half listening to you and half listening to that, I was told that she received paperwork. I think she went to pick it up.
Hey,
Picked up paperwork. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to run out and give my tenant something quickly. So can you take over here?
Yeah,
Because I'm
absolutely.
going to be away from my phone for a moment.
Okay. So apparently
And
she
left.
apparently she picked up paperwork, the paperwork that she was supposed to be served with, and it's something having to do with being subpoenaed to court on the 30th, I believe. And she's going to have to go to Illinois now. She's been promising to go to Illinois for months now. And so now she's subpoenaed to go to Illinois for the 30th, and it does have something to do with her daughter. So it's either something regarding custody or child support or something. So yeah, I saw Snark is live. Her child was born in December. So like 10 months old at this point. So I don't know if it's, has to do with custody or child support, but she's going to have to go to Illinois. Well, not have to. She could just not show up. And that's my bet. I bet she doesn't show up. But what I wanted to warn everybody about, the reason I wanted to tell everybody that is keep an eye out on her live streams. I can guarantee you between now and the 30th, she's going to be begging for money to go to Illinois, saying that she has to go to court. So that's going to be the next money grab. Okay. She's already been supposed to be going to Illinois. She keeps on saying she's saving money up, and she's saying, oh, there's different times where she says, oh, I have 300 saved up. Oh, I have 600 saved up. Then the next day, oh, yesterday you said you had 600. Now you have 200. Like, she keeps on saying she has little bits saved up. She's going to be begging. She's definitely going to be begging for money for this trip to Illinois to go to court. And my fear is that to go to court in Illinois and then just doesn't even go. So yeah, that's kind of the issue. And apparently she was acting all surprised about this, and I don't understand how she could be surprised about it. CPS had told her that they were going to be sending her some type of legal documents in the mail. So I'm not sure why she's surprised. Oh, and we discussed some stuff about Caitlin and Digital Deceivers Live this morning. So thank you for everybody who was there during that. OG is here. OG was in there speaking this morning, and she still has very, very serious concerns about the animals there and what is happening to them, and the suspicion that some of the things that are happening to these animals might be on purpose. Okay, they might be being done on purpose to these animals. So that's a really disturbing thought, because we initially thought that it was just that, she had good intentions, but just didn't have the money to get them to the that anyway, just trying to do the best she can to help these animals. But there could be something more nefarious going on here based on some information that OG received. Yeah, I'm speaking about Caitlin Blake. And so, if you don't know about her, again, I have a whole playlist on my YouTube. There's over 276 videos there. I've been posting them since November. And
Thanks, Scam.
you're welcome. And I have some clips and some videos on my TikTok page about Caitlin. So please repost those. Spread the see paperwork about having to go to Illinois to go to court October 30th, and that's just going to be the next money grab.
Speaking of court cases, on October 6th, FWA has a court appearance.
Oh.
I heard through the mill that these cases in Detroit are live streamed from the court. So if it is, I will be streaming that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So is Caitlin still on now?
No, she was, and that's where she was. It sounded like she was picking up the paperwork, because afterwards they were in the car and stuff. So it sounds like they went to whatever office had the paperwork, and she might have picked it up about her having to go to court in Illinois, something regarding her daughter. So I don't know if it's regarding custody, but that's going to be the next money grab. I mean, she's going to be trying to get money for this trip to Illinois from now till the 30th, I'm sure. And I honestly don't even think she's going to show up. I don't think she's going to go. My fear is she's going to raise all this money and then just not even go. But
yeah. Hold on a minute. Snark. Hold on.
Snark is live.
Yeah. Hey, Snarky. See, here's the difference, Snark. You can stream me if you want. I don't care. But you sure as hell don't like when I stream you. But you go on, girl. And then, when you're sick of streaming me, I'm going to mess your life up. Because these entitled women who sit and judge people for what they do.
Does she have a problem with us judging someone who is possibly responsible for 20 unalive animals buried in a backyard? That's weird.
Oh, I'm sure she could make some type of excuse up for it. Caitlin's probably a Zionist. Jesus. Snark. Snark. I wished I could give a shit about you, but I don't. I really don't. I really don't. We'll let the powers that be do their job.
Things, right?
All the things, folks. Well, I'll tell you, isn't it funny how You know, all these people like Caitlin, you know, no family to help, no family, in their orbit. Nobody's helping. Why is that? Why
I
don't these
mean,
people have
the thing
family
is,
helping them
she
out?
does have family, but she bashes them all the time and insults them and calls them all kinds of names, and she blames them for being responsible for her child being removed, and she
Always
blames her
somebody
grandmother
else's
for
fault.
trying to get her evicted from that apartment, which she should be because she's abandoned it for several months now. She blames them for everything. She's really mad. She keeps on talking about how one of her family members, I think it's the grandmother, she said the grandmother's taking her cousin to Disney World next month or something, and she keeps talking about it. You can tell she's just mad that she didn't get invited. She keeps bringing it up. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't care, I didn't want to go anyway. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
yeah, you
Jesus.
wanted to go.
That's how we used to, like, when we were kids. It's fine. I
Yeah.
didn't want dessert anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she
Yeah,
put in a nah at the
she's
end?
like, I didn't want to go to Florida anyway. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
Nanny,
fine.
nanny,
And
foo
I'm,
foo.
yeah, yep, yep. You can tell she's real upset about that. Like, she's always arguing with her family. Like, it's really, she blames them for everything, for all that. She doesn't take any accountability for the things that she's done at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, but think of that. Think how many people that we have covered on this app are exactly the same. Nothing is ever their fault.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever their fault. It's always somebody else is doing something to them. It's always, they're against me, this and that. I haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, okay. Hey, OG,
Hi.
what up?
So, Scam, did you hear that Caitlin is purchasing a white horse down the street for $900?
What?
Yeah.
And putting it where? In the garage with her and her boyfriend?
I don't know, but I'll be on that like flies on shit.
Did she say that in her live?
Yes.
Ah, I missed that one. I got to
So
get caught up.
just to make this make sense, we have a woman that doesn't work, that left her kid in another state to be with some guy she met online. She lives in a garage. She takes dogs and cats off the street, claiming that she's saving them, but doesn't get them any veterinary help because she has no money because she doesn't work. But she has $900 to buy a horse that she can't take care of or have any type of protection or shelter from. I just want to make
And
that.
and horses are so expensive.
Oh
They
my
eat a
God.
lot.
Yep.
Very expensive.
Wow. You can't make this shit up, I'm telling you.
Nope. And I want to be clear real quick because I've been getting a lot of messages. If I needed donations or anything like that for the mobile vet, I want to make it very clear. I'm a one and done type person. So I offer you help, you refuse, I'm done. I'm done. I will never go back.
I don't blame you because she doesn't want your help. She just wants money. I mean, the way that she kept asking you for money, saying, oh, I don't need a vet. I need $5 so I can get this. I need $10. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't need any donations. I was actually paying for it out of my own pocket. I do have a job, a job, and I'm fortunate that I was going to be able to pay the $780 for the mobile vet to go out there. So I'm not. I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
Listen, you tried and you did exactly as a rescue organization. You did exactly what rescue people do. You help them with resources to get the animals taken care of. But she didn't want that. She doesn't want that. She wants the money, period. And we know what that money's going for. It's not going for pet care.
See, I've never seen her before. She has been following me for a while. So it was dumb of me to go on the back end after I'd called for the wellness check to offer vet services because she knows she could have reached out to me and I should have thought about it a little bit more. Um, because she knows what I do. She knows she could have reached out. So I screwed up on that one, but I learned. And she's on her own. But a horse is noticeable when it's losing weight. Very noticeable. So horses lose 30 pounds at a time when they're not fed. I mean, very noticeable. As soon as I know she has that horse, her horse will be watched. So I'm gonna leave several visits because it's hard to put weight back on a horse once they lose so much. So that I'll be watching. And you can't not see a horse. I mean, it's
Oh, gee, I'm sure that there are stipulations in every state about, what you need to have in order to own a horse. I mean, don't you have to have like some type of acreage and stuff like that? I mean, I would assume there has to be some type of, there must be some, you don't have to have anything like that?
Well, she lives in the county. She doesn't live in city limits. So there is some land that she's on. I just don't know how much. I just don't know how much land.
If she needs $700 to $800 to go to Illinois at the end of the month, why would she be spending $900 on a horse?
I have no idea.
Makes no sense.
I don't know. It's wild. I know the horse is white. A white horse. It's down the street, and it's $900. So, all right. I'm at an appointment to get my hair did. You guys have a fantastic.
Thanks, LG, for everything you do. Appreciate it.
Scam reacher DM I just sent you.
Okay.
Don't say anything. Just pray for me.
Okay, will do.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Sue's requesting a box.
Yep.
Oh, there she
I
is.
just brought her up. Hey, Sue.
Hey, I have a horse and you need at least an acre per horse. And I pay for a bale of hay, probably about $12 to $14 a bale. My horse eats sweet feed, probably 50 pounds of feed is probably about $20-30. That will last me about 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
Plus shavings is probably about $10 to $12 a bag for shavings. So
Wow.
no, my horse is 34 years old. I rescued her down in Tennessee.
That is amazing. 30.
I got her. I'll tell you the story. She put the horse in the pawn shop her papers, and I had to pay like $1,000 to get her out of the pawn shop because she had also about $2,000. I trailed her all the way up to Rhode Island. She never been in a barn before in her life. She didn't know what a stall was. So if this was going to get a horse, I hope she has at least probably about $1,000 a month to take care of it, plus putting shoes on, plus worming, all the other stuff.
She doesn't need any animals at all.
Yeah, Scammy, I agree with you. I saw the whole live yesterday, and I mean, she's just an animal hoarder, and that's like a mental illness, and she really needs help with that situation.
Definitely.
That's just my opinion. I mean, I have chickens that, cost me probably $100 a month to take care of them. And plus, if a horse gets hurt, you got to have vet bills to pay for. I had a horse that ran into a barbed wire post outside. So, I mean, horses cost money, and you got to have the money to take care of them.
You can't even afford a cat litter box and cat litter right now.
We got
I mean, you can go to the dollar store and buy a cat box for $1.25 and some cat litter for $1.25. So there's no excuse.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. And She really doesn't. And plus, burying animals on your property and stuff too, that's not a good idea either. I mean, but I mean, if your animals have some kind of disease, it can get into the soil, and other animals can get contaminated from the soil. Like I had chickens that had Marek's disease. I had one that had an autopsy to see what was wrong with it, and I couldn't bring it home to bury it. I had to have it cremated because of the disease. And now I can never have any birds in my barn because of that disease that's in my barn.
Wow.
So I mean, like me, I told you about my rooster with his spur that was falling off. I wrapped his foot every day. I soaked in Epsom salt every day. You gotta take care. If you're gonna have animals, you gotta take on the responsibility of taking care of these animals because they cost. I mean, with my rooster, I got lucky. We did all the work ourselves. I mean, I could have brought it to the vets and paid $1,000, but I did the research to make sure he was okay. But I mean, even it's a chicken. I mean, they even can cost you about $1,000. So I mean, a cat and a dog. I spent money on my dog. She had skin cancer. So I mean, animals cost money. You gotta have the money to back up to even have the animals, and that's just disgusting.
How many times did we discuss this same thing? Yeah, can you mute for a minute too?
Yep, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, okay. That was the echoing, guys. How many times do we talk about on this app? You know, if you can't pay for yourself and you can't afford your own stuff, why the hell are you going to get an animal? You know,
Well, she claims that after she gets back from Illinois, she's going to get a job and then she'll have money to take care of these animals. Well, how many more are going to unalive in that time period where they're not getting treatment that they need?
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to go with yeah. She's not a good candidate to foster any animals anymore. Or not even fostering. She's just taking them off at the street.
Yeah, and then she said she was going to the shelter. She had went to the local shelter to try to get a husky, and they declined her, and she sounded upset about that. Thank goodness she didn't get another one. Like, she keeps on trying to get other animals. It's like that they can't take care of the ones that they already have.
I remember she said that, you know, she was saying that the shelters there are full and they're giving away animals, but yet she tried to get a husky and they said hell no. And I know that was probably a while ago. That wasn't recently. But,
Yep.
You know, I tell you that they probably realize she's not a good candidate considering animals. Jeez.
I'm gonna step down and go into your comments. Thank you for letting me up, Scammy.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, it's a really bad situation. It really is.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you. You know, I have for the past like 3-4 days I've been listening to lives and you know listening to people, different people from you know all over the tickety talk, and you know I have decided that unfortunately the majority of people on this app, based on the things that they've done, the things that they're doing, there's a lot of crappy people on this app. I mean, this app has turned into a cesspool of deplorable people. Changing my algorithm, like, you know, I don't even have beggars coming up on my FYP anymore because I go into a lot of other different types of lives. So I don't have to see this bullshit anymore. I tell you, it is indicative of a lot of things that are going on right now in our country, I think. You know, it's gotten out of control. I mean, this app, the big thing is this. I'm wondering if things are going to change once TikTok is taken over by a predominant company. You know, I will definitely not be a part of the new TikTok. No way. I just have no interest in it. Call me crazy. Going to be a lot of policing in terms of freedom, more so than it is now. But what my fear is people like Caitlin, can be able to continue to do what they do. People like Florida Man will be on here, continuing to do what he's allowed to do. Unfortunately, I don't see that stuff stopping. I don't see it stopping. What do you think, Scam?
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop, unfortunately. I think that with, certain scammers, obviously their money trains are slowing down. Some of them have left. We haven't seen certain individuals in a while.
I agree with that.
There have been some consequences for some people like that we've seen recently, right? Like Brandy Bachman, she has 21 felony charges. Amanda Bowden's in jail.
I agree with that.
Debbie the pet lady got charged and she's not on anymore. And I mean, there's other examples,
I agree with that, Scam, but TikTok didn't do that. People in awareness and other reason, other people on this app have caused that to happen, not TikTok.
Yep. But then they want to shit. But then they want to shit on us awareness creators. You know what I mean? But these are people that have been out here doing horrible things, and now they're seeing the consequences to their actions, and that's how it should be. Yeah, slot. Yeah.
Again,
Austin.
All of these things that have happened to these people aren't because of oversight by the company. It's because of people that have had enough, and that have, unfortunately had to do things, to get the ball rolling on.
I see some people in the comments mentioning Austin Tamargo, but he actually was back on about 3 weeks ago, maybe. It's posted on my YouTube. He did try to come back on just for one live, and I haven't seen him since. Amanda Bowden's still in jail. I believe she has a $10,000 bond from what I saw in Digital's live this morning. So even if they go through a bail bondsman, she would have to come up with $1,000. I heard Frank is out, but she is still in.
How much you want to bet Frank bails on her and just leaves?
Yeah, I don't think he's out there trying to raise up the money to get her out.
No,
I doubt it.
I don't think he's getting a job. That's for sure.
These individuals are seeing real life consequences for things that they're out there doing.
Yeah, and it's illegal stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This isn't like, oh, I hate this person, so no, it's illegal stuff. Telecommunication harassment, use, but again, these people were also allowed to continue this shit on this app without TikTok doing a damn thing about it. So.
Yeah, there's some things that I don't understand that TikTok is not doing anything about. One of my followers sent me the profile of a guy about 2 days ago, and I have him on my recorder, but I haven't posted him yet. And he's literally on live stream huffing something and smoking stuff.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, I let you know his username. Yeah. Like, why would TikTok allow that? Like, are you kidding me? Unbelievable things that I've come across like that.
Doesn't surprise me, that's for sure.
Dawn Kitchen was
Anything else you
requesting a
want to ask
box.
him?
Dawn
Oh,
Kitchen was
let me
requesting a box.
see here.
Oh, there aren't
I
bail
don't see
bondsmen
any
in
requests.
Kentucky? Oh, Dawn is saying there aren't bail bondsmen in Kentucky. Really? Oh. So they
He'll
have
bring
no
up.
options? Oh.
Good
Hey, Dawn.
morning, Scammy. Men in the state of Kentucky, they are illegal. So she will sit where she's at. I know exactly where she's at. It's Northern Kentucky jail. She will not get out.
Aww.
Wow.
She's been when she was up in New Hampshire and all that, where she gets nabbed and she's out the same day.
Nope. Nope. Bail bondsmen are illegal.
Maine.
Oh, Maine. I'm sorry. Maine. Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That could be the best place for her. Staying there
yeah,
for a little while. Maybe
Yeah.
get
The
clean.
jail she's in is not nice.
Well, you know what? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's what I say. I mean, I have no sympathy for these people. I really don't.
Scam that Caitlin is supposedly paying $43 for her rent in Illinois.
Yep.
It must be a really scummy spot in Illinois, because I've never heard of any place low income housing in Illinois for $43 a month.
Yeah, I don't know where it's located, but she used to live stream from inside her apartment, and actually the inside looked pretty decent.
Wow.
And because I'm originally from Illinois, and it has to be a really not good section of wherever she was living at.
I'm sure that she was probably not reporting all of her income that she gets from Clapper and OS,
Obviously.
Yeah, too.
and stuff like that, because she has shown some of her Clapper income, and it's, there have been times where she showed that she had like $400 something in her Clapper account and all of that. And what she does is go into like private rooms and offers to show things,
Wow.
in exchange for money. And that's what she does. She goes in rooms with men,
She
and
goes there for
they pay
show
her.
diamond paintings.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's and she gets money. She gets a decent amount of money for that. She usually says her goal is like whatever. Like she'll even say she has goals like, oh, my goal is to get $100 today, and so she only charges like $10 or $20 a pop to show whatever on Clapper. And if she gets a couple of guys to do that, each day.
She needs money to get her steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
Her steroids, whatever.
Yeah, but no, I just wanted to let you know that there are no bail bondsmen in Kentucky.
Ha Good.
So
Let
have
her
a good
sit there
day.
for a while. Thanks, Dawn.
But I mean, my point is, if she was, let's say her goal was and she made $100 a day, met her goal each day, and some days $100 a day, average 30 days in a month, that's extra $3,000. I am sure that she was not reporting that to the authorities to still qualify for an apartment for $43. Oh,
Of course not. Jesus, I'll tell you. Don't get me started, because I will go on a. I will, but well, listen. She's feeling a good bite in the ass of karma right now, which she deserves. Maybe she can get herself clean. As they say, 3 hots in a cot. That's good for her, considering what we've seen in the past with her. Maybe this is the best thing that could have happened to her. That's pretty much all you can say. I mean, that's really all you can say. But listen, guys, I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to get outside and do some yard work. It is a beautiful day here. And I'll be listening to the tickety-tock streets. Snark, no, we're talking about Amanda Bowden right now. Amanda Bowden is in jail right now. Oh, hold on. Diva, do you want to come up, or was that a mistake? Hey, Jackie. Congratulations, 13 there, villain. You too, Diva. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Go outside if it's nice, especially here in New England, okay? It's beautiful today. It's in the 70s, sunny, nice breeze, leaves are falling. You know in a month and a half it's going to be so effing cold that you can't enjoy days like this. So I'm going to get outside. Have a great one, guys. Thank you for coming in. Florida, and if you're leaving the app, Saya fucking Nara. Glad to see you're leaving. And I wish you absolutely nothing but the worst karma you can ever experience in your life. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It says you got two. It says this one has 146.